game due to foot and ankle soreness. His late decision left Commissioner Adam Silver without time to name a replacement. The All-Star Tournament tipped off with Chuck's global stars taking down Kenny's young stars 41-32. Wemby chipped in 6 points. SGA led the way with 12, scoring the final 5 to seal the win. In the second semi, Shaq's OGs took down the rising stars behind Damian Lillard and Steph Curry's 17 combined points. After a few misses, it was Dame time. Lillard sealed the win with a clutch 3, setting up a final showdown with Chuck's global stars. Lastly, Curry and Shaq's OGs All-Stars dominated the final, cruising to a 41-25 win. Jason Tatum led the way with 15 points, while Curry added 12 and claimed his second All-Star Game MVP. Here's Draymond Green with strong thoughts on the new All-Star Game format.
You work all year to be an All-Star, and you get to play up to 40, and then you're done. Also, we can watch some rising stars. We're about to watch the Olympic team. Now we get the treat of watching the Olympic team play against a U19 team. Come on, what are we doing? This is ridiculous.
Scale of 1 to 10, your thoughts of the format?
10 being the best.
Yes.
A 0. Sucks. Same basketball.
Whoa, he went a big ol' 0. SA, you agree with Dre?
Yes. I thought, first of all, I want to give props to him, Jalen Rose, Vince Carter. I thought they did an outstanding job yesterday. They deserve all of our props for that. Give them all props for that. And I thought that Draymond showed out. I thought that he said the kind of things that most fans, a lot of people were thinking, and I applaud him for that, for his honesty, et cetera, et cetera. I thought he left something out that was very important, though. Everything he said, the only issue that I took with it, and the only issue that I took with it, is that he was acting like somebody was accountable other than the players. Players did this. If they had spent time over the last several years showing a scintilla of effort, then none of this would have happened. None of this would have been necessary. Do I agree with the format? No, I don't like it. I did see an elevated level of effort. I did see that they cared. It wasn't as abysmal and as abominable as it has been over the last couple to a few years or so. So I definitely give folks credit for that. But that's the point. The format itself, I do not like. I do not like the fact that you have rookie All-Stars as a part of All-Star Weekend. I did not like that at all. And I thought that Draymond was absolutely right in what he was saying. It's just that he was speaking in a fashion where somebody else was culpable for this rather than the players themselves. I'm not saying he said that directly, but that's how he came across. And when you look at it from that standpoint, there's nowhere else to look. I applaud Adam Silver and the league for trying something. I saw Big Perk talking about that on Get Up earlier in the morning, and he's absolutely right about that because in the end, fellas, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to the fact that on this day, on this particular All-Star Weekend, we saw a change in the format that I felt should have been an embarrassment to the players. An embarrassment from the standpoint that all of those changes were actually necessary and new things may be tried just to get y'all to act like you care. That is the travesty in all of this. It's totally on the shoulders of the players. I didn't like the format, but I did see an elevated level of effort. But it was a damn shame that the league had to implement those things in order to get it to the point. I don't think Draymond was wrong about pointing out what he felt about the All-Star Weekend. I just felt like there was some culpability that should have been aimed in the players because it is all their fault.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, Stephen A. and Draymond. The problem is that how do you complain about a problem you created? They say when you become an addict, they say you create your demons. You have to chase them away. Adam Silver can change everything they want to. They can pull people out of the stands and give them some shoes and let them play against the All-Stars. Nothing is going to change. Go back to the East versus the West and give them one last opportunity to play hard like they would at UCLA, like they would at the Summit in New York. And if they don't do that, do away with it. Just like the NFL did away with the Pro Bowl. And I tried to explain to the guys, I said these owners and the commission are getting fed up. You cannot play two-hand touch in a tackle football league. Guys, this is ridiculous. We've got to do this, and you had 211 to like, what, 186 or something like that last year, Stephen A? And this is what brought about the format change? Guys just don't care anymore. And don't give me this. What irks me even more, Perk and Stephen A, is that everybody talks about the mentality of Kobe Bryant, the mentality of Michael Jordan. But they never talk about the mentality when they play an All-Star game. They forget that part. And they just go about, the killer mentality, the Mamba mentality. And Jordan was an assassin. Guys played hard. Well, they don't want to get hurt. You think the guys that played back in the 80s and the 90s wanted to get hurt? Or the 70s? Of course they didn't want to get hurt. But this is what they're doing right now. They're just launching up threes. And look, I thought the Rising Stars and the Shaq OGs, I thought they played hard. Now I say I can get behind that. And I tweeted, I said, well, why can't the East and the West give us something like this? We're not asking you to play it like a Game 7. Hell, we're not even asking you to play it like a regular season game. But I know the players can give more effort than what they've given over the last 5 or 6 years. Yes, the players created this problem. Adam Silver, the commissioner, is trying to do anything he can to drum up an interest. And until the players decide to do it for themselves, nothing is going to change, guys.
Well, let me ask both of you a question. Did the players play harder last night than they did the last 2 years?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, okay, so the format did work. The new format is working. And I know it's new, but it is working. We actually saw Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving picking up 94 feet, sliding them puppies on defense. They didn't want to lose to those young guys. It's a reason why they put in the Rising Stars, because they wanted to test their pride of the OGs. And guess what? The OGs had to bring it at certain points, which they did. That's why you saw them putting forth the effort. Here's the thing again. On a day like All-Star last night, where the NBA is trying to fix a problem that the players have caused, all of a sudden Draymond goes on there and kills the product. He kills the product. This ain't Adam Silver's fault. This is not the NBA fault. This is on the back of the players. So at the end of the day, what is he supposed to do? Keep it the same? And by the way, didn't Steph Curry have some input in this All-Star format? Didn't he have some input in this All-Star format?
We saw Anderson Silver directly. Yeah.
Okay, so then we saw him last night on SportsCenter saying he actually liked it a little bit. Guys, they needed to change it up. Guys were competing. So I'm not about to sit up here and just come on here and kill the format and say it's not working or it was ridiculous, because I actually saw guys putting forth the effort.
Well, the disagreement that we have here is that I'm not saying that the format was bad. I'm saying that I didn't like it from the standpoint that I do agree with Draymond Green where All-Stars need to be a part of All-Star Sunday, okay? And the fact that you had to add somebody else, to me, is egregious. It's not the fault of the league. And when Draymond was pointing that out, as I said, it wasn't the fault of the league, it's the fault of the players. If the players, the all-stars that had been picked, had showed up on an annual basis and treated it with the respect that it deserved, it wouldn't have been necessary for the format change. So my point is that even though it worked, why did it work? It worked because we're sitting here and saying, guess what? They showed more effort, which is an indictment against the effort they had been showing for the previous several years. That is the egregious part of all of this, the fact that it was necessary. We're sitting here on a Monday after All-Star Weekend and applauding the fact that we saw additional effort, the kind of effort